I got to make sure I've got things set up, because when you haven't done it for a while, you start to like forget or lose your train of thought of what you're trying to do here. So, hey, Gary. Yeah, see, there we go. Nice, got those ads going. So anyway, this is rcguygarage. This is Shop Talk and Wrench. I can see that Mitchell's already in here. At least I think he's in here. Looks like there's 9 people. So if there's 9 people, come on, there should be like automatically 9 thumbs ups. No, whatever. Addicted, what's going on, guy? All right, so so why have I been concentrating on this little Hosim when there's a lot of other vehicles that could get that attention? And it's because, well, number one, it's because I know it's available. It's not out of stock. It is a fun little car. What I wanted to do is I wanted to address this right here. So I messed up. I should have left the wires on it, and I thought about it in my head while I'm doing it, and I'm like, nah, it's just going to be in the way. Because what I was thinking was, if I had the wires in there, and I've got all this mass amount of solder in there, the thought was, I trying to give this little Hosim the benefit of the doubt, because a lot of times when you see these vehicles, the box art, things look great. They state, you know, it goes 500 miles an hour and it goes 20. You know what I mean? So I wanted to give this little Hosim like that boost, which is why I use this Z pack right here, which is a 120C pack 3S. I figured this was going to be the best shot to get this Hosim up to those, you know, claimed miles per hour, what, 55 or something like that. And it got up to how much? Does anybody know in here how fast that got? Look at that. It's people smash. Guy, what's going on, Green Frog? Smash that. You know it. What was it, Tony? I think one of Tony's lives, he messed up what he was saying, so I kept it going. I forget what it was. Smash that bell or bell that smash or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Bell the smash, or I forget. My mind's gone. So teenage years. So we're not going to get into that. But anyways, I'll openly admit I messed up. I think the thought was, if I getting back into it, was trying to give this battery and give that car its best shot. And my thought was, okay, if I do a literal connector to connector, you know what I mean? Connector to connector without any wire and gobs of solder. The thought was that it was going to transfer the power like a fire hose. That's what I was hoping. Because I didn't want someone saying, oh, guy, you know, you lost a mile per hour because you put an adapter on it. So I did check voltage. I checked it with my multimeter, which can scale pretty good. And there was no voltage, like visible voltage loss between the connector and then just this little thing right here. Maybe I just should have soldered the connector right onto the end right there. I don't know. But the claimed speed so far, did anybody say what they... Right. Okay. So Skull Crusher, you got it. So 52 out of the box, and that is kilometers per hour or kilometers. Somebody corrected me on how to say it the right way. So it's not kilometers, it's kilometers, right? I don't know. I just know miles per hour. That's all I care. But kilometers per hour, 52. 32 miles per hour, that's still not that bad. But when you make a claim, so I contacted the company. So in the same text message thing that they sent me, where they said, hey, you want to try the car, send it. I said, hey, I can't get this thing up to your claimed speed. You're going to send me the battery that makes this thing go 55 plus? Haven't heard anything back yet. I don't think they're liking my videos right now because I'm not glorifying the Hosim, because I even, I used the Traxxas, name. And why am I comparing it to a Traxxas E-Revo when it shouldn't even be in the same category? Well, it is in the same category. It's just not in the same category, right? So the little Hosim HP905, which I believe is what this one is, the upgrades so far that I've discovered was it does have oil-filled shocks that weep, which is good, I guess, because then it's not going to allow the shock shafts to rust like the other one. And the switch is in a different location. I like the fact that they changed that switch location, but I'm also, every time I go pick it up, I have a tendency to grab it by its sides and, I shut it off. And I guess if there's like some kind of a side impact from a stick or whatever, I do think a stick had shut it off because it got wedged up against the body or something. I'm just, like I say, I don't even try to tell the truth. I just tell the truth. Like, I mean, somebody said, or I had a question about me being sponsored or something. And I think they were jokingly maybe saying I was sponsored by Traxxas or whatever, just because I've been saying Traxxas. But there's a reason why. Come on. Traxxas at least answers the phone. Right? Right, Horizon? Traxxas answers the phone. So now I was able to get my answer like that. And that's what I liked. I'm sure Horizon Hobby is great and everything. A lot of people have had good experiences with Horizon Hobby. I seem to be on a 50-50 thing with Horizon Hobby right now. And sadly, that drags in Arrma, Losi, the brands that they own. But anyways, I messed up on the connector. During one of the crashes, it broke free. So I don't know if you could see it moving. Well, whatever. You have to trust me. It's moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refix this. I figured I would do a live check-in with you guys, see how everybody's doing. And if anybody had any questions about this little Hosim, you can ask. I don't have any answers about the Revo because the only Revo I have is the original. So I do actually, so you gotta be careful what you say. Yes, my love, my wife, I do plan on getting another RC car. So if you're watching, don't freak out when the one comes in. You heard it already. Just in case she's here. So, but it's cheap money, considering what some of these go for. But, all right, so I'm just going to jump into the chat, just say hi. So we've got Curtis Baker, we got Dan, Mir, Joe, C-Stone, ERC. Guy, you're the one. That was funny because your symbol, because it's red, I thought you were Speed Psycho because Speed Psycho's thing is red also. So when I referenced Speed Psycho, obviously it was you that made the comment about, I think, I don't even know what you made the comment about. Was it about the, see, what I'm saying is that there's so many comments that I read and every comment gets a thumbs up. And what that means is that I read it. And because it's not just on here. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. It's like personal messages that I'm getting. It's like, you know what I mean? And then business, you know what I mean? Same exact thing. My phone is ringing and my mailbox is full and all this other stuff. But I can't remember what ERC. I can't remember what you said. I think you were talking about, I forget. Don't waste your time on these. So the reason why is because they're lesser expensive. So for those people that, and there's a lot of people that they enjoy the RC hobby, or maybe they want to get into it. How will they know what's a good RC if, people like all of us that are into the hobby, and I mean everybody that's in here, if you're into the hobby, wouldn't you at least like to know? Or wouldn't you at least like to be able to, tell somebody whether something's good or bad? Now, I have the original. So this was the original that, yes, they sent me. Same scenario. They didn't ask for a video. They just said, can we send you this? And I said, yeah. And I think at that time, they said, maybe they did ask me if I could do a video, but I always tell them that all depends upon, you know, if it's any good. Because if the thing's a piece of garbage, I'm going to make that determination of whether to do a video or not. And then when you think about it, if something is a piece of garbage, I guess I do have to make a video anyway, don't I? So my complaint about this original car right here was right immediately was the on-off switch, because right away that stopped functioning. The car itself, because it's essentially the same thing, suspension was great. Well, the shocks weren't, but the flexibility of the suspension, which I should probably check the servo on this thing, but this thing didn't break. And I beat the snot out of this thing. This thing must have ran on 3S. I just don't remember. I had to have. Probably was the same pack too. But I got the original. And obviously you can see that, you know, this thing has taken a few packs, because these differentials shouldn't be able to do this. And they just spin forever. So you know that the grease that was in those differentials has broken down. This particular one right here, which I'm glad they sent me this one, because this was the color body that I was hoping to get. I whenever they send something, I basically, so when a company asks, right, can we send you something? And sometimes they'll give me a link, right? And I literally just say, just send whatever you're going to send. And if it's a piece of junk, I'll throw it in the trash, you know, whatever. I have that nonchalant kind of attitude. And maybe that's why, I don't know, maybe that's why they keep giving me the RCs. I don't know. Because I did complain about that one, you know, the original. Now this one, I've got a complaint. So I am going to fire off a text, whatever, to that company and just go, hey, you know, two things. Obviously, I already sent the battery question, you know, why isn't this thing reaching your claimed box art? And they'll probably say something like, you know, the Earth's gravitational rotational pull is changing, and the ice caps are melting, and global warming and whatever else is going on is causing it to not reach the 55 miles per hour that they put on the box. I was talking to Tony, and he said that, you know, give or take, you know, a kilometer per hour, it's really not that big a deal. Yeah, I guess. But from my experience, at least right here, whenever I bought a truck, okay, it was always, you know, you buy what's going to more than handle the weight capacity. And I have fully tested Big Black beyond its capabilities, and that truck just keeps ramming it home. The amounts of abuse that truck has been through proves that platform, to me, and that's all that matters. The only thing that matters is that it proved it to me, that platform, my F350 Big Black, just is the stinking unicorn of 6.0s. That thing has overheated 3 times, to the point of where, and I know I'm going on a tangent or whatever, but that thing, there was one overheat, and this is all EGR cooler related. One overheat resulted in the entire cooling system turning into pudding. I mean, when I say the entire cooling system, this truck got so hot that when it finally stopped, or when I shut it off, the truck was shuddering, meaning it was off. And because the motor, the block, was so hot, it was continuing to boil the mud that was in the block. The coolant was mud. And I have pictures to prove it. But it was literally still, the engine was shaking because it was boiling mud. Anyways, why was I talking about that? I don't even remember. I don't even know why I went off on that. But anyways, so why am I taking the time to review this? Point blank, because not everybody's got the coin to spend on, say, a Traxxas or a even at Arrma. I mean, Arrma seems to be known as that lower cost vehicle. At least that's what I'm believing. Gives you a good vehicle at a value cost, but like I've tried to bring out, at what cost? Because you start to realize, once you start buying parts, whether you're buying it through eBay, because a lot of times you can get your stuff through eBay, or Jenny's RC, or some kind of whatever website or whatever. You think you're getting a deal, but watch your shipping, because the shipping bumps that price up to maybe it's really not that great of a deal. So don't be afraid to also, if somebody's on eBay and they've got a price for something, throw them a message and go, hey, can you take like $5 off and I'll buy it? I mean, you can always try. I mean, I'm all about saving money. That's what my son gets it from. But then you spend the money. But why am I showcasing this truck? Just point blank, because of its price point. Just to show people that to have, some smiles for miles, granted, while it may be a little bit limited, to have some smiles for miles, it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. You're not going to have to always pay Traxxas prices, but it is that at what cost. So I'm doing too much talking. Just because obviously I haven't been on live. So just going to jump in here. Jeffrey, hey, what's going on, guy? Frank Noggle, KGM, what's going on, guy? Mitchell, what's happening, man? You know what? It is fun. And I think the last video that I just put out, I think that's the part that I kind of talked about. I think that's when I turned the camera to myself and I said, this is the whole point. I am laughing my head off. I am smiling because of what that thing just did. I mean, on 3S, which I wish I had an OVONIC Air 3S pack, because it's not like I'm trying to ram it home about OVONIC Air batteries, but OVONIC Air pack, I've got a ton of them. And I think there's one battery that might start to be giving me a hard time, but it's a battery that I've had for a couple of years. So I'm not surprised. And it's a battery that is a go-to pack. So I think it's one of my 7600s or something like that. I can't remember which one it is, but after a couple of years, you got to expect, especially with the way I treat my batteries. And yes, there's still a pile of Chernobyl behind me. I'm good at telling people, like I call myself the Tony Robbins of the RC guy, whatever, the RC thing. I'll tell you all day long that you got to put your LiPo batteries, in a LiPo bag, and you got to put them outside, and you got to buy a truck box, and you got to buy ammo cases, you got to separate everything. I'll be the guy that tells you that, but I've got Chernobyl's elephant's foot sitting right by my feet. But I've obviously already checked all the batteries. So all the batteries are in that storage charge situation right now, but they still shouldn't be in the house. Open like that, like all piled on top of each other. Because that could be a bad situation. But we got house insurance, right? We got fire alarms, we got sprinklers, we got interior irrigation. Anyways, whatever. But anyways, the OVONIC Air packs that I've had have been performing well. I think Gus's custom creation, I'm trying to recall, I think he had a problem maybe 2 years ago with a 5200 pack. I think a hard pack. I'm not positive, but if Gus was here, he'd be able to tell you, there was one pack that they had an issue with. And I didn't have that pack, so I didn't have an issue with it. So, but all the other OVONIC Air packs that I've got, even the Rebel series that I've got a bunch of Rebel series packs now. The Rebel series packs are doing great. And what I want to say is that for a lower cost battery, they seem to be doing very well. And you can't crucify me later if the pack that you buy, blows up on your first rip. Because I'm not the manufacturer, so it's not my name. I can only say the batteries that I have been great, except for one right now, and that's a couple of years old, and it's got a bunch of poles through it. So Yeah. I'm supposed to be fixing this thing, but I like talking to you guys. Dancing with the shovel. Cheap doesn't mean bad. RC Playground. Absolutely. You're right. Jeremy, the house insurance money will be plenty to replace the what? The cars and batteries, right? Yeah, but it won't replace people or my pets. And it comes with lights. What, this car? Don't ever be afraid to buy the best, even if it costs a couple dollars more, because it's labeled as the best. Boards are for workers. I'm a Chevy guy personally. It's a boss's truck. Right. And I'm just a slave to the grind. I own a Ford, which is a workhorse of a truck. And I used to, when I was a kid, I used to get into the big three, the Chevy, Ford, Dodge. And that's why when I drive my Ford, I wear a Chevy hat. And that's when I drive my Camaro, I'll wear my Ford hat. And also when I drive the Jag, I'll wear a Ford hat too. Well, you know why. Some people know why I'll wear my Ford hat when I'm driving the Jag. It burns up Jag drivers sometimes. It's funny. You're wearing a Ford hat for? Well, because Ford made this thing. Well, they didn't really make it. They just owned the company. So, but I used to, when I was young, I was probably a diehard Chevy fan, or should I say a diehard GM. I was all GM. I had seven Firebirds and Trans Ams, meaning a combination of Trans Ams and Firebirds all at the same time. I had a Firebird or a Trans Am, like one you could drive every day of the week. And then I also had a Nissan. I had a two 280Zs, the regular straight Datsun 280Zs. Those things were great. I remembered that, I think it was 1977, I believe. I think that was the one that I had, that they actually, Hot Rodding Magazine, I think it was either Carcraft or Hot Rodding. One of them did a comparison between the Vet of that day and the 280Z, and it did, well, power-wise, not as well, but actually, yeah, it did. Because in 1977, everything was a dog. So, I don't know. Well, maybe not the 455, was that a dog then? I can't remember. Probably was. It's all the emissions junk. It's all the save the planet stuff, which is good. Saving the planet is definitely a very good thing to do. To be conscious, to not change the oil on the ground, in the dirt, you know what I mean? And just let it leak out into a hole. It's not what you do. Yes, there was one time when I was a kid that I did that. And I tried to shovel it out too. I don't know what I was thinking. Made a hole, let the oil go in the hole, and my kid thinking was like, oh, well, it's like speedy dry. I was just thinking about the earth as being speedy dry. If I let the oil go into this hole that I dug, it's all dirt. I'll just scoop it up and I'll throw it in the trash. And I did. But it did rainbow forever. That was a long time ago. That was when I was I think I was 16 or 15, somewhere around there. It's one of my first cars. So, anyways, yeah, whatever. Curtis Baker, what's going on, guy? ERC, doesn't matter what vehicle brand it is, right? It really just depends on how much more reliable than other cars are, right? Yeah, basically. I mean, like I said, that's why, but I will say, so, and I know people have heard me say it before, the thing about owning a Fords definitely make way better mechanics, though. 100%. If you've got a Ford mechanic working on your vehicle, you know you did right. You know that you're going to get the best tech out there. You know why? Because he's been through it all. My son is a Ford tech. So, and some of the stuff, man, that he comes across with brand new vehicles, it's like, what? He's like, yeah, Dad, you'll send me pictures like I think he sends me like a picture or a video about something that's just all kinds of wrong, you know, once a week, sometimes twice. Yeah. Riff Raff guy, what's going on? Gus, you are here. Did you just show up? Chef, what's going on, guy? Oh, okay. So Gus did say 4,500 he had issues with. The rest have been good. See, right there. And that was something that I remember talking to Gus about. I just couldn't remember what the milliamp was. But see, Gus, throwing your name out there, brother. I always do. Anyways, what do we got here? You got 40 people here? 40 people and how many thumbs up? Only 19? What's wrong with you guys? Killing me here. Come on, just take that extra second. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Even if you got your finger in a splint, I don't care. Figure it out. If you got to use your nose to hit that thumbs up, smash your nose right into that thumbs up. All right? Come on, just do it. 24, nice. Got 40 people here. All right. Daniel McDonald, what's going on, guy? It depends on how you take care of it. Right. Well, no. Daniel, no. Man, I proved that wrong across the board, man. I proved that so wrong, and that's why I say my big black truck, that thing is the unicorn of the 6.0s. I'm telling you, man, that thing is tuned. That is tuned. Yes, EPA, it's straight piped. That's right. Straight piped. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Big Black will run you right over, EPA. And yes, I do believe in the EPA because they are trying to do things right. Yes. I do believe in all of that. Chef, what's going on? I have not clicked it yet. I'm going to see how this plays out. Guys, forget. Oh, it says I'm live again. If I click a video like on someone's video to watch it, normally that is one of the first things that I'll do is I'll just throw a thumbs up because I'll forget, especially what I've really messed up on is SRC Garage. And I really like the old man. I like the way he does things, but I thumbs up all the videos. I thumbs up all the kids' videos too. Just because I know what YouTube, it takes time, man. It takes time to do videos. It takes time to do all of this. So I've realized that even if a video is bad, which all mine are, even if a video is bad, that person still made the attempt and tried to take the time. I mean, God, I go back and I look at some of my old videos, or Chef, if I go back and look at some of your old videos, they still got thumbs up for me just because, right? No, I just, because I know what it takes. I mean, I'm sitting over at that desk over there for a couple of hours today, and I hate sitting. That is something I really don't like doing. Like I'm doing it right now. I'm sitting. But at least I know that when I turn this camera around, I can take that chair and kick it behind me because you guys won't know. And I can stand and do the work. Or I'll sit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting older and sitting down is the way to go. .0s were great after you. Right. Yeah. But you know what's funny? You know what's funny is Whistling Diesel. He did a 6.0 video. And it was a riot. If you haven't seen the Whistling Diesel 6.0 Ford truck video that he did, it actually did get under my skin just a little bit, but he's kind of semi-right, you know? The truck is good because I bulletproofed it. It's like, man, why should you have even ever had to? You know, that is one gripe that I had about Ford. Was that, you know, all these people that went through all that pain, you know, buying a truck and that 6.4, the 6.4, the hell was that? That thing is a monstrosity. And if anybody, I'm sorry, if anybody out here owns a 6.4, I'll feel bad for you. Maybe you've got the unicorn of the 6.4s if it hasn't given you a hard time, but Man, that is point blank known as, like, I think Ford's worst engine ever. It's probably 6.4 guys in here trying to look up my address to burn my house down now. No, my 6.4 is awesome, guy. So, oh, Venom's here. Guy, what's going on? Earl, don't hate on the right. Right, exactly. See? Now, this is what's great, right? Because see what Earl just said right there? Those 6.0s definitely fed more than his family. It fed all of his employees' families. It fed their extended families. It fed his extended families. Those 6.0s, those things are money makers. Like I said, Whistling Diesel has it right, even though it got under my skin just a little bit. Just because I own one. But like I said, I do have the unicorn of 6.0s. Everything that has happened to mine, which Earl, like if Earl knew, I would like in some way, I wish Earl could have seen the timeline of my truck and what has happened to that. And I even think Earl would be scratching his head, kind of doing that same face. That face that I did, whatever. Like, what the heck? How? So, 6.4 was a flop by International, right? But if you got, man, did they run? Right. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So I'm gonna swap down just because, like I said, this is a shop talk and wrench. I mean, I've done, I think, enough talking. Now I've actually got to, I want to do this connector and see if I can actually fix it right. And nobody's here to listen to me talk anyway. So we'll click that. Hopefully this thing doesn't tip over. All right. I only have one light going here. This is actually pretty good. So there's my connector. And like I said, I did mess up on this. You'll see. So I'm going to figure out how I can separate this without it being a disaster here. Do it this way, maybe. So I think I can do it like that. Oh, of course, that's the one that's connected, I think. Oops. That was a fail. If I do it this way. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Hey, there we go. It worked. So you see what had happened was this one never even soldered. And that's why I even, said in the video, I did think it in my mind that I should have left the wires on there. But I didn't. So my repair, basically, or my soldering job kind of ended up being junk. And I think what I should have done is I think I should have done it this way, but I think I was worried about it being too far away or something. So this one's even bent too. Wow. That one's bent. Watch this break. Oh no, it didn't break. Wow, amazing. So I'm gonna attempt to resolder this back on. So, and what I should do, like I think I said before, is do that. But somehow, see, the problem is, I think I need to do it like that. And what I'll do is I'll let the solder flow down. That should work. I hope. Look like they're even. I should have left the wire on there. That would have been the better thing to do, but I didn't. So now I'm paying for the fact that I didn't do it the right way. I should have left the wire on there. All right. So hopefully this is going to work. What I want to do, I think, I'm going to clamp it in this using the elastic band. That's the elastic band that I had. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I had an elastic band on here. I got this idea from Earl. Put the elastic bands on here. I was putting them on a carabiner, whatever the heck those things are called. Climbing thing. A fake one. But I saw him put them on the thing here. And I was like, ah, that's a great idea. Because they're not in the way. You know, they're all the way down at the bottom. So it's a good idea. See, Earl's a good guy to follow and listen to. He knows his stuff. He's been around the block once or twice. And this tip right here, all this is a piece of home wire. Because at the time, I didn't want to spend the money. Zeus, what's going on, guy? No more fireworks on ESC's guy. That gets expensive. Thank you for that. See, look at that. See how it shows up on my end? That is pretty cool. It's a big green block. Appreciate that, man. But I ain't doing no more fireworks. The fireworks are over. Thanks for the support, but no thanks. All right. And the other thing, too, about this gun, and I don't know why it's this way, but when you full trigger it, it's at its lowest. When you partially trigger it, it's at its highest. And that just feels wrong to me. I would rather it be the opposite. I'd rather full trigger and it's all beans. Instead of, you can see the tip smoking immediately. And that's the other thing, too, about using this this wire. Is, I mean, look at that thing. This tip is great. I mean, I know I'm going to eventually have to do another one, but it's kind of free. Well, not free, but I'm trying to get this at an angle. That's right. Use a LiPo battery. Oh, look at that. That is definitely better. That is more like it. Almost looks like it's touching. That is better, I hope. Watch it not be. Ah, it's not connected. Look at that. I lied. Crap. This might give me a hard time here. Come on. Oh, I think it's melting away. That ain't working. Well, actually, it's really soldered on that end now. Never mind, it actually did work. Okay, cool. That actually did work. Now I can actually see that it did fill it up. That looks way better. Still a little sketchy looking, but That's definitely way better. All right, so that's it. RC Guy Garage signing out. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, it worked. Still a little hot. Burning my fingers off here. Ooh, hear that? Did you hear it? Ooh, wow. Hot stuff, man. So anyways, so there we go. I think that's going to work now for this little 2S or 3S connector here. Like I said, I definitely should have left the wires on. It would have been better. It's not like I was really going to lose any power. I mean, for what this thing is, 52 kilometers per hour or kilometers per hour, whatever you want to call it. That was pretty good. So now what I got to do, I almost think that's cracked. Is that cracked? All right, so now let's see. Can I now get that to come out? Because what I want to do is now I want to put the shrink tubing on it. So I'm going to tap that out. Oh, did that literally just work? Oh, wow, that worked better than the first time. Feels like the first time. All right. Now, I know I had some shrink tubing right here, but I just don't want these to be too hot. And I was thinking maybe I should take my Dremel because this is kind of different now. It's fatter. Either that or I should just get a different piece of shrink tubing. So I got this thing about using the right color when you're supposed to. It kind of feels like it's a safety thing, but all the shrink tubing that I had in this channel is gone. That is from a 1969 Camaro right there. OEM. All right. So what I should do is I should use probably this one, because then that would definitely cover it. And these, so if you're looking for shrink tubing, this stuff right here, Wi-Fi, this heat shrink tubing, I believe the link is in the description of my thing. This stuff is awesome. It actually has a glue that's on the inside that gets activated once you heat it up, and it really kind of stays in place. This is good stuff right here. I think Earl got the same stuff because he liked, you know, I guess the fact that I liked it, I guess. So it looks like it's going to be cut right about there. RC Master, what's going on, guy? All right, so I think that's it right there. Yeah, let's get the glue in there. Let's put this on the other way, the way it fits better. That should work. So now I'm going to go ahead and just pop it back into the connector. Make sure you do it this way, right? Again, it could be definitely an ESC issue. Yeah, an ESC fire. Maybe I should try it this time. Try it like this. Get my little blowtorch. This thing's great. Usually it fires on the first shot. Oh, of course. Didn't. Look at that. Good stuff. So let's see. Let's see if I can put this together without destroying it. That looks about right. There you go. Finally. Finally, I did it right. Do you smell smoke? This thing's great, man. I'm sure there are people that probably use this particular lighter for other things, but that was a long time ago. Now I use it for these things. All right. So where are we here? That's it. All right. Wrap it up. We're out of here. Thank you for coming to the RC Guy Garage thing here. There's nothing else to see here. Oh, yeah. Well, you want to see the fix? Well, you got to wait for the video. This is more like a, instead of this being like a shop, instead of this being anything wrench, this is more like shop talk, and that's about it. I don't have anything else to talk about. I mean, I've got 2 vehicles that I have to work on. I do have to work on the Traxxas Slash, very minimal. I blew a shock in it, and I just left it. And yeah, that was not 1 pack. It did not survive 1 pack. Typical of Traxxas, man, I'm telling you. Typical of Traxxas. Spend the high bucks, and it doesn't make it 1 pack. It's in the not 1 pack club. But this stuff through Wi-Fi is awesome. Shrink tubing. There's different types of consumables that you got to realize that are consumables. It's like zip ties. You always need zip ties. The Sherlock stuff there that Earl turned me on to, which I don't know where it is. That stuff is ultra. Oh, there it is right here. This stuff, the 3M stuff. This stuff. I got to see how thick they get this, because I'm assuming this year we're going to get slammed by snow. That's my guess. New England, at least I'm hope. Well, nah, you know what? I don't want snow anymore. But I have a feeling we're going to get slammed. But I got to get a couple of other, hopefully, wider rolls of this stuff. This is that dual lock, or I think Earl called it Sherlock, but it's 3M dual lock. This stuff is awesome. Extremely, extremely grippy and sticky. Obviously, you have to prep the surface, but the stuff is great. Toothbrushes, another tool in the RC stuff here, and cleaning carburetors and whatever. Toothbrush. If you got to throw your tool brush away, don't. Save it for something down in the shop, or cleaning your wheels, or cleaning grout. Don't throw away your toothbrushes unless you're gonna just don't reuse them. So turkey basters, don't use the one that's in the drawer, especially like right now, because it's going to be used pretty soon. Sound Mind TV, what's going on, guy? You own 4 Fords, 1 Toyota, and a 58 Willys. That's awesome, man. Shoe goo and duct tape. Brian, you had someone pull an oil plug on the side of the interstate and drive down the road until all the bells and whistles. Well, there was a episode of, does anybody remember the show Home Improvement? There was an episode when Tim's wife, what's his real name? Is his real name Tim? I forget. Oh, whatever. Al Borland's buddy there. I think it's Tim Allen, right? Is his name really Tim Allen? I don't even remember. Alexa, who is Tim Allen?
According to Wikipedia, Timothy Allen Dick, known professionally as Tim Allen, is an American actor and comedian. He is known for playing Tim the Toolman Taylor on the ABC sitcom Home Improvement and Mike Baxter on the ABC/Fox sitcom Last Man Standing.
Right.
He voices Buzz Lightyear for the Toy Story franchise and played Scott Calvin and Santa Claus in the Santa Claus film trilogy.
That was actually good. Did anybody see the Santa Claus?
Something went wrong.
Did anybody see the Santa Claus? That was actually pretty good. Oh, there's also another one that Kurt Russell did. He was some kind of a Santa thing. That was a good movie too. I was very surprised. That was a good movie. But his wife was driving. What was the car that they had that his wife drove? It's a Chevy. Man, my brain is just mush, man. I'm telling you. Forget what the hell it was called. The station wagon Bel Air thing. The hell is it called? Alexa, what did Tim Allen's wife drive in the show Home Improvement?
This might answer your
Nomad.
question. Tim Allen is married to Jane Heidick. They have been married since 2006.
Alexa, no.
And have...
Stop. Right, a Nomad. Sorry. Nomad. Look, everybody knew Nomad. I was kind of on there. Chevy Bel Air, that's a station wagon. Nomad. There you go, Nomad. Everybody knows. But the funny thing was, I think, didn't she blow the engine or something like that? And then, God, this is going back. She was waiting for the light to get brighter or something. Like the oil light came on, so she was waiting for the light to get brighter or something like that. I just thought it was funny. I like those skits. That's who RC Master is over here. He's the is his name Wilson? He's the Wilson. So, not Wilson from Castaway, the other Wilson, the fence Wilson, where literally all you saw was this. You never saw his whole face. It was always this. Imagine if somebody just did that. Like literally that's all you saw. Oh, wait. Everybody was doing it in 2020. Right? We should have a drum roll. Boom. Everybody was doing that in 2020. Nobody could see who anybody was. All you saw were eyes. Broke a rod and spewed the oil pan in half. Oh, sawed the oil pan in half. Right, dress. I remember that episode. Dropping the I-beam on it. Yes, I remember that. Wilson is your granddad, right? That's funny. You missed that. Yeah, you know what's awesome is when I couldn't be at home, when we were in two different places at the same time, my daughter would actually watch the show like she was watching it with me, because it was whenever the show came on, we always watched it together. But if I couldn't be there, she would watch the show and kind of, I guess in her mind, pretend that I was there or what, like she thought she was watching it with me or whatever it was. It was definitely pretty cool. Barry King, what's going on, guy? All right, so what do we got here? Stepmom blew a 350 in a tuned vet on the freeway. She called my dad and said it made noises and just quit. Right, you love the 510s? Yep. First car was a 300ZX. Wow, that's cool. I'm just going back through the wife character was Jill, but you don't know her real right. Yes, that's right, Jill. Yes. You can combine dual lock with soft side Velcro It'll never let go. Well, what I definitely need is because I'm that old school plow guy, I don't use the fish stick. I don't use the handheld held thing. I think it's because I grew up using on the dashboard fish stick, that stick, because I used that one when I had the plow thrown on Big Black. That was what I went with. And the guy was like, "Are you sure you don't want one of these handheld things? It does this. You just press a button." And I was like, "Nah." I'm like, it has to be on the dashboard, man, because I'm used to left-hand stick, right hand gear selector and steering. So that'd be funny having. Maybe I should try one of those handheld fish sticks. Not the Gordon's fisherman kind, the other kind. Fisher plow. Maybe I should try one out. Be interesting. I gotta check all my lights too. I gotta go through a whole check of everything. Like I said, I think we're gonna get slammed this year with snow. I am really not looking forward to it. I hope nothing happens. I hate to rain on people's parade, but that's one thing I don't mind about global warming is less snow. Or actually, does it work in reverse? I think my daughter told me that it works in reverse or something. That we'll actually get more snow because of global warming. And I was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean we're going to get more snow even though it's globally warming? And I think what she was saying, it's because of the moisture or water content is getting higher. So that means more snow, I think. I don't know. She's way smarter than I am. Am I ever going to run trash bag? As a matter of fact, yes, I am. And the reason why is because of this right here. See this? See this bag? See this trash bag right here? See this trash bag? This trash bag right here full of stuff, which is pretty dang heavy, is everything that is supposed to get trash bag back on the road. So everything that's in this heavy stinking bag is supposed to get trash bag on the road. I do want to have it on the road for obviously wintertime and before that, before, well, I mean, it's fall now, but we got the leaves coming down and, running a little vehicle like this through the leaves really doesn't do anything for you. I mean, it goes pretty good and it kicks up a couple leaves, but having, like the larger scale vehicles, ripping it up through the leaves, it's just cool, So yes, trash bag is coming back. I hate that thing. Man. And does anybody in here besides the person that made me buy it, does anybody in here know the reason why I actually finally bought my trash bag? Just curious. I'm wondering, like, how many people have been part of the channel, like, since the beginning of trash bag. 2:30. What? 2:38 a.m. Guy, go to sleep, man. Wow. Play with the Max instead. Garage life. What's going on, guy? Your trash bag is down too. Nice. Yep. SRC garage kicks butt. Watch the old man. Right. Josh Thomas, man, if I could make your comment stay on there, you're absolutely right. SRC is great. That is pretty cool. Josh, what was awesome was I got to watch my mother race at New England Dragway in a 68 Firebird with a 400 4-speed. I actually remember it, which is awesome. It's like a vague memory, but I remember it. I remember being excited and knowing that was my mom. Flying Fortress, what's going on, guy? How have I been? You remember trash bag? Been going pretty good, man. I'll tell you, my channel is tanking because I haven't been doing anything. All your larger RCs are going bye-bye. Why? You getting rid of them or they're just dying? You grew up hearing New England Dragway? Dude, that's awesome. So you either hate the place or you just love it. I'm assuming. Can't keep opinion or spur on it. Yeah, but that's everybody has that issues with those things, man. Flying Fortress hit 100 subs. Nice, man. Takes work. It really does. Because YouTube won't promote your channel if you don't. Been having these talks with Earl Moorhead, and it's one of those things where you realize how much YouTube is technically asking of you. And it's a lot, because if you watch the numbers, especially like if you watch the numbers and know the numbers like Earl does, he's also a numbers guy and he pays attention to things. And what's rough is that you'll put out a whole bunch of videos and, you know, granted, they have to be good videos. You guys obviously have to thumbs up. That's why I'm saying you got to remember this, even if you don't like the video. I guess, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Because it takes time to do videos. I'm not trying to get on some, soapbox here, but it does take time to do the videos. That's the part that I don't like about doing YouTube. But YouTube wants you to slave for the grind or slave to the grind, whatever the heck the saying is. If you'll put out, like, let's say you put out like 10 videos, you're consistent for a week and a half or whatever, YouTube will then probably around your 7th video start kind of recommending your channel, kinda. But then if you stop a day, like if you're on that 11th day, what you gained on that 7-day very slow slope, all of a sudden, so picture this. This is how the YouTube thing goes. It's on a slope like this, unless your video is awesome. So mine's like this. But you're on a slope, right? And then if you do the 10 videos, and then on the 11th day, you don't post a video, it goes like that. It's like immediately. It's like, what the heck? So Earl and I have been kind of like watching those numbers, and it's just like, you just shake your head and you just go, man, they want blood from a stone. That's what they're looking for. They're like a ruthless employer. YouTube is a ruthless employer. It's crazy. Riff Raff, thank you for that, man. You bash hard, you keep spending cash on parts for fifth scale repairs. Right. Is my thing like behind? I think it was behind. Tony, what's going on, guy? Sound mind. YouTube is brutal, right? Definitely need merch and other streams and promote. Right. And like I said, that's the whole thing about YouTube is you definitely lose way faster than you gain. It is like having, working for a ruthless company. I mean, it is what it is, but if you enjoy, well, look at Whistle and Diesel right now. He's not enjoying it as much as he did or as much as he used to. But if you enjoy what you're doing, it can make it easier. But like, I think it was a couple of videos ago, I kind of made that joke, like, oh yeah, because I was like, doing the content isn't, I was wine bagging. Doing the content isn't all that easy just because of the amount of time that it takes to, and for me, it's the amount of time it takes for editing. Somebody like Tony, he could put together a video in 10 minutes and it's great. Me, I got to take 2 hours to even kind of make content that's even acceptable. And sometimes it's even not acceptable. Like somebody made a comment about one of my videos today. It's one of the guys that's regularly on here. And I totally get it. But I had taken my GoPro and I stuck it on this thing. And I guess maybe I kept it on there for too long or something. I don't know. You can't please everybody. You know what I mean? I try to do the best I can here. You know? I don't know. Either way, who cares? If my videos are junk, still give me one of these. Hopefully it's the personality that you're going after. Not the looks. The personality, the fun. I think what I'm trying to do, I'm honestly, initially this channel wasn't going to be a channel. I was using YouTube as a free source to share my videos with clients. So all my videos were private or unlisted, whatever it was listed or private, the one where you send a link. So people were, able to view a YouTube video. It just made it easier of, what I did with my drone. And it was great. It worked out. It worked out great. I thought it was cool, but someone like me gets bored of stuff like that pretty fast, because what happened was, because these $1 million homes were $1 million homes owned by $1 million people, every once in a while you'd get the attitude, and I'm a what do you call me? A dirt dog. I'm a trailer park living, broom sweeping dirt dog. I work on my cars in the dirt. I put my jack stands on tires with wheels. You put the wheel down, put your jack stand on there just to get it higher. That's the way I've always been. And when you come across some of the people that have just a little bit of a funky attitude, it doesn't go very well with me. So I said, forget it to that. So it was fun while it lasted, because I was enjoying it. But like this YouTube stuff, man, it can get rough, man, because like I said, you climb so slow, and then that one day you don't do a video, YouTube's like, yeah, see you later. Yeah, you know what I mean? So keep being you, it works. Set up for a live takes 30 minutes, right? Right, when, like Tony was saying, nothing is 10 minutes, right? Even a short, get out of here, guy. Come on. You were just telling me today that you do 10-minute videos. Or actually, that was Earl. Tell you, Earl's got some funniness to him, man. Because we, obviously he knows that I sit there for like 2 hours doing a video, right? He does his stinking stuff on an iPhone. All right. He does his stuff on an iPhone. And he takes like 10 minutes to edit his videos. And, granted, like, if you haven't seen Earl's Vendetta videos, go check them out. Pretty damn good. Earl is just a different kind of channel, and that's what I like about his stuff. And I told him, I said, that's what people are going to like about your channel, is that you're different. You're you. You have that, no nonsense, attitude. Casey, what's going on, guy? Casey, I'm on a live. Why don't you jump in? Earl is a liar, right? Yeah, Earl is definitely a good guy. He actually really is. Yeah. You do your editing entirely on my phone, and it still takes a while. Right. All right, but do you have an iPhone, Riff? Because I suspect that well, actually, I'm using my phone right now to do this live. 10 minutes, your butt. Well, not really 10 minutes, but come on. Have you seen Earl's videos? Of course, they only take 10 minutes. He just presses record and that's it. Presses record and he presses end and he fires it out to YouTube. But yeah, no, he does take a little bit of time, but nowhere near the time I want to say that I do. There's no voiceovers and, all the stuff that I think is, like I said, I think that is, kind of funny. No sound came through. Oh, crap. How do I do this? Guy, I'm on a live. Why don't you jump in? I don't think it'll do it, will it? It won't. Guy, I'm live. Jump on in. Send. That's just Casey from California. Samsung Galaxy 20s. I mean S20. He puts more. Yeah, but I think with an iPhone, it's really easy though, isn't it? Because doesn't the iPhone just make things easier? If you look at SRC Garage, the old man, he does his videos on his iPhone. And I'm damn positive he ain't got no iPhone 13. He probably has a good iPhone, but I have been very slightly thinking about maybe buying an iPhone just to try it. I've never had one. I've always been an Android user. I actually own my first phone still, and it works right now, meaning I got my first phone. I've always been on Verizon, but I was with Verizon before it was Verizon. It used to be called Bell Atlantic, and then Verizon bought them out. But my first phone was an actual Qualcomm phone. And it was, I think, the first digital phone. So everything was analog back then. It was the first digital phone. I still have it. I literally, if I go grab it right now, I press that power button, it'll turn on. And it texts. All it does is you can do texts, but it's, they hit the number 2, 5, 3 times, hit the J, you know what I mean? It's, it's that kind of texting. So, but I still have my first phone. It's crazy. And it still works. It's nuts, man. Why am I holding on to it? I don't know. Nostalgia. Love Earl's videos. You learn. Right. Yep. Earl's videos, definitely good. Good stuff. Ironclad. What's going on, Guy? Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what I've said. Earl's channel, right, is raw and right. Yep. With little editing flares to polish it. Absolutely. Yep. You wouldn't know what to do with an Apple phone? So right. You know what's funny though? So you say that, right? But I was a Windows user from day one. Like, well, actually, I was a Tandy user from day one. Tandy. Anybody know the company Tandy? But anyways, yeah, I had everything to do with Windows for the longest time until I bought my Mac, which is over there somewhere. When I got my Mac, I literally felt like I just went backwards using Windows 3.1. Like, I think the last Windows system that I used, it would have been, well, I mean, I've used Windows, helping out people, like, figure out stuff, but, like, clients and stuff. But I think I bought that Mac in 2015, maybe. So that thing is 6 years old now. And when I first got the Mac, man, it literally did feel like I was going backwards. Windows 3.1. That's what I was like. What the heck is this? Windows 3.1? But now I don't know if I would go to a Windows from being with a Mac. And I think I always had that same attitude with Android. Like, I felt as though I didn't want an iPhone ever, but like Traxxas, right? Like Traxxas, I think the iPhone gives certain things that the Android just doesn't, or it does, but it doesn't do it as well or something like that. And granted, I don't even know what I'm talking about because I don't have one. But for instance, you know, maybe it's the network. Could be the network. I don't even know. But can't iPhone users text and, well, not text, send files and talk at the same time on the phone? Because on my phone, if Earl and I are talking, he's able to send me stuff, but I'm not able to send him stuff. I have to like end the call and then my stuff will send. And it really pisses me off because there's also been several times when I try to send Earl a video of something, or he tries to send me a video of something, and because it's Android and Apple, they just don't work together well. So like he'll send me a video and it's like the size of this on a screen this big. It's like this. And it's like, Earl, what the hell did you just send me? I can't even see it. And the same thing happens with me. If I send him a video, the video's this size on that. It's like, what the heck? And then when you try and zoom it in, it's all junk and you can't see nothing. So I think because I've never had an iPhone, could be a bad experience. I don't even know. But I think I would like to try one. I could always throw it away. But I would like to try one. You built your first PC in 98. Wow. Hang out JD. What's going on, guy? You still have your Commodore 64? Dude, I remember those. Samsung A50 and love it, right? You're so old, Tandy? Yeah! That was your first computer, right? Yep. Casey, what's going on, guy? You're only an Android? Yeah, you're only an Android phone guy? Right. Tony took off. Tony must have had some work to do. Stinky. That's a different kind of name. Do you have the ability to compare 3.8 wheels on your Big Rock? Do I have that? Well, I'll tell you right now. Are you talking about something that's a 17 millimeter hex wheel? Because I have not wasted my time with that. I did initially. I bought into the M2C upgrades, which for me, it just wasn't an upgrade. That was pushing the Big Rock too far. And Tandy, Radio Shack, you know it, guy. Tandy 1000, yes. Tandy 1000, yep. Texas Instruments. DOS, right. Remember when you were like so excited to be able to make like one word cover the whole screen? Like you had to do like some huge well, it wasn't some huge program, but you wrote like a line of something, click enter to make one word. It's like, oh wow, I'm a programmer now. And now you can literally do it on your phone. I'm looking for my phone. It's right here. Now you can do stuff on your phone. It's crazy. Just trying to go through the comments here. Just trying to read some stuff. Dutch, what's going on, guy? You don't really do YouTube SoundMind TV. You don't really do YouTube, right? You're smart. That's why. iMovie isn't bad, but editing, right? No way around that. Editing, right? It's tedious, right? RC Daniel, what's going on, guy? I didn't see that you were here. I think that's it. Got 51 people here. You guys are nuts, man. Ironclad, I think I did say, hey, what's up, guy? I think I'm caught up. Nearsighted time traveler, I think I saw you. Yeah. Oops. All right. I think I'm all caught up. Earl, you listening? Just driving. Earl is a slave to the studios right now. The old PC games are tough. Mech Warrior. What nitro fuel do you run in your T-Max? The original top fuel from 1998. That's the fuel that I run. The original can of fuel that I bought. It could even be from 2020. It could, 1920. Could be from 1920. No, it could be from 1998, or it may even be 2000. I'm not positive. There is some kind of a code on there, but I can't seem to decipher what the code says. All I know is that it's old, the can is rusty on the outside, and the fuel still amazingly works. Everybody's surprised that the thing still runs, but you can definitely tell it's an old can of fuel. I also have Torco fuel or something like that. Do I still? Yes. My big rock is totally stock. And I'm actually going to revert the truck. Well, okay, so it's not totally stock. Sorry, I just lied. It has the upgraded Arrma CVDs, which are actually downgraded Arrma CVDs. So I'm ripping those things off. I already bought the stock axles. My big rock is going back to 100% stock. The only other thing that is not stock anymore was the hot racing little ball ends. So the hot racing ball ends are throughout the whole truck. That was definitely I feel a very good, if you want to talk about an upgrade, I feel that was a very good upgrade for the big rock. But I have realized that I enjoy that truck for what it is, basically stock. If I want to go faster, you just pick another vehicle. You start to realize that, just like, automotive manufacturers, they design their vehicles for a specific thing. Once you start going outside that threshold, that's when you start costing yourself unnecessary money. And I don't know. The truck is a great platform, basically stock. I know everybody wants, 8S, 16S into it, and they want it to go, 300 miles an hour, but I don't know. I'm very happy with what it does. I'm on the Sentin right now. The shafts kept breaking, so you upgraded. Right. Well, Proline's a mint. But Prolines literally cost what? A little bit more than half of what actually, no. The Prolines at the current price of the Big Rock are probably half the cost of the Big Rock right now. See, I can't sit down all this time. It's killing me here. John Ganter, what's going on, guy? What y'all been yapping about? Originally, can't remember. Talking about my memory issues. I fixed my connector that I messed up. That was the thumbnail. Talking a little bit about that Hosim thing. And then now we're just kind of like, we were talking about cars, trucks, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Tandy 1000 computers. We're talking about all kinds of stuff, man. That's what I like about this, is that with the 44 people here, 50 people, whatever, it keeps going up and down. Everybody's used to like this group. It's like a bunch of people just getting together that kind of like have a similar, thing. Minimal upgrades. What, on the Big Rock riff? Right. I think that's what you call them. RC Daniel, I've been told to buy that fuel, but I just haven't. $79 for the pro. You mean $179 for the pro line? Wait a minute. Alexa, how much are pro line shocks for the Arrma Big Rock?
1 moment. For Proline shots in the Arrma Big Rock, this is the closest I could find. The first one is Proline Racing Body Mount Thumb Washer Kit for Proline Body Mount Kits. It's $9.99.
That's what I asked for. Alexa, how much are the Proline shocks for the Arrma Big Rock?
1 moment.
I should have just said Arrma 3S.
The price for Proline shocks for the Arrma Big Rock that I found ranges roughly from 19 up to 69 US dollars. The first one is Proline pre-assembled Pro-Spec shocks vehicle part for short course rear. It's $68.76.
So it looks like this one right here. The Proline Power Stroke shocks, is that what it is? I can't see what it says. All I know is that when Earl did it, I think he, like, basically, you know, joking around, Earl had said that his Proline shocks, obviously for all four corners, were half the price of the vehicle, which, you know, it's insane. Alexa, go home. John, are you talking about the Big Rock? I think you are. You paid $79 for, okay, right. All right, so you're just talking half. What causes chattering sound when you're going from a speedy reverse into forward? Are you talking about the cogging? So like if you're going backwards and then you try to go forward and it kind of stutters, that would be cogging. X-nay on the... Why is Alexa... Oh, you know what I wanted to do? You know what I thought was funny? I've always wanted to start off a video going, Alexa, order 10 gallons of milk and send it today.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
I was hoping, like, I remember trying it out, and I thought at one point, it might have been the early Alexas, that you would basically, if you had like a shopping cart thing set up, you could say order whatever. And I always wanted to like do that, just literally start off a video saying the keyword, saying order 10 gallons of milk and send it today. And people be like, no, fighting with their device. I thought it would be a riot. I can't tell you how many times that thing, because we have the thermostat, that's one of those devices, and it's in our living room. So when the TV is on, if there's a show and that word is used or a similar word, it starts listening, and a couple of times it's responded. It's just funny. Order 10 gallons of milk and send it today. Yeah, it's going crazy. I bet it is. Notorious shocks on the rear through Jenny's for 30. Right. Good idea, man. Earl said red rocks. Like red rum. Was out enjoying the weather the other day. Thinking if you could only have 2 RCs, it'd be an X-Max and a Big Rock. You could figure out how to sell the rest of your stuff because they just sit. eBay. Sell it on eBay. Do yourself an eBay account and just sell your stuff on eBay. that robotic vac, man, that thing is awesome. That has caused so much more extra laziness in this house. Obviously, there's certain places that it can't get into. Like obviously, you know, under tables and some chairs, depending upon the configuration. But I tell you, the thing does great because it's that one less thing that, especially if you have pets, having one of those robotic vacuums is great because you can literally set it on a schedule for right before you come home that thing is vacuuming and you walk into a clean home. It is actually pretty cool. It saves me because right before, like this is how it usually works. I'll get home before my wife sometimes, or most times, and I'll pick up like the chairs, put them on I go through the whole thing. I pick up the chairs, put them on the table, do everything. And I just hit the button and pick what rooms I want it to do. And it just does it. And then I can come down here and I'll, you know, start to do like work on something, mess around with something, make a video or edit a video or something. And the whole time the thing is vacuuming. So it's like, you know, I say that devices like that create lazy people, but it does allow you to go ahead and do something else with your time. That's cool. I actually like it a lot. XLX2, but yours broke after the second run. The negative post broke off ESC. Blue Knight, did you get it warranted? I'm assuming you got it warranted, right? Something like that should warranty. Offer up a Craigslist, right? I think that's where Earl got his Primal Dragster. I think he saw it on Offer Up or one of those things. I think he's the one that told me about the Offer Up thing. Oh, nice. Blue Knight. It's going to be mailed tomorrow. Awesome. That's good to hear. Could you combine a robot? Well, why would you want to do that? It's not going to vacuum any faster. It'll do worse. Yeah, XLX is at Castle right now getting a warranty. Garage Life, why did yours go up? Castle said it would take up to 2.5. Oh! Well, you know why that is, right, Blue Knight? The reason why it was going to take two and a half months is because all the ships were stuck. They're all stuck over at Earl's place over there, California. Shortage of VA. There's no shortage. They're all stuck on container ships. Shortage of chip. Oh, you're doing a chip shortage gate thing here? Shorted out after one run. They're covering it, but yeah. See, that's rough, man. I don't see how any of that's right, but when you want to have the best, you got to pay. And you pay in more than one way. According to Castle, there is a shortage, right? The Port of Oakland has 8 to 9 ships waiting. Right, I bet. Didn't they at one point, weren't there like 100 ships or over 100 ships waiting to come in? Man, I'm getting tired already. It's only 9 o'clock. Actually, it's really 10 o'clock, right? Yeah, it's actually 10 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. John, we'll see you later, man. Appreciate you showing up. You get bored at work. Looking at the limitless next, but that Vendetta has your attention. Okay. You know what? Hanging with JD, get the Vendetta first. That's what I'd say. Get the Vendetta first. Make sure it's something that you want to do. Because the biggest thing that I came across for speed rips is having the right place to do it with a conscience about everything involved doing speed runs. It puts a lot on you responsibility-wise. I mean, there are people out there that just, you know, throw the biggest power systems in there, just go out to some road and rip it up and cause problems. Just got to be careful, man, because if something crashes and catches something on fire, like, or takes out a kid or something, or takes out a whole family because, you know, your Limitless crashed into their caravan or whatever. Yeah, that was a Dodge thing. Oh my God, Earl. Can't believe you just said that. East and West Coast. You know it, guy. We got the East and West Coast brothers right here. Earl and Guy. Well, stop doing that, moron. I made you run the Vendetta. Nah, you were going to run that Vendetta anyway, Guy. Still 80 or no? What? No, wait a minute. What? Riffraff. You're kidding, right? Are we talking about the ships? If you add up all the ships in USA, it was 112. Wow, 112. Yeah, it's always a good idea. X-Max is still better. Says you. How long has this been going for? Hour and a half. Wow, that's why my legs are killing me right now. Mats, what's going on, guy? What's it, like 6 o'clock for you? No, actually, you're just below me. You're in the same time zone. You must have just got home from work. Mets probably just got home from work. Yeah, Earl's a dynamo, man. X-Max is best. I love it. I love all you people that love trash bags. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. There was a commercial that was like that. Hefty, hefty, hefty. It's not a land speed record or anything, but you've had your DBXLE up to 60. 59. See how I read that? You see how I read that? Your thing said 59, but I said 60 in my head. You know why that is? Because everything out there is $3.99, $69.99, $99.99. It's really 100. It's really 70. Your speed is really 60. I hate the gas stations, man. 387 and 9/10. What do you mean 9/10? Stop it with the 9/10 crap. What? New tracks is coming soon? A Huffy version? What? You have a big rock parted out into bags? Oh no. That's smart though. Think about the money that Jenny's must rake in. Because like I said, the thing about Jenny's is you have to watch your shipping. Because your shipping can basically add up to not savings. If everything you buy, like, has shipping compounded. The last order I just did for Jenny's, I asked them if they could combine the shipping. They didn't. I ended up paying for each individual extra shipping cost. Drives me nuts. Right. $399.99 looks better than $400. You know it. $400 makes you think you're spending $400, but $399, you're only spending $300. See, my wife thinks that. Actually, my wife thinks. All right, how does my wife think? I'm saying it wrong. My wife thinks that way. She'll see like $29 and think it's like $20 and not 30. So when she talks to me, or when I talk to her, like if she says a price, if it's anything over, like let's say something's $24, I'll just go, it's $30. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, include tax. You know what I mean? So I've always been that way to where I always like would inflate that price. And it always worked out for me because of just the way my thinking was. So like when I do my bank account stuff, right? When I pay bills in my head, I like say you pay a mortgage. Let's say the mortgage is like $2,568, okay? I say $2,600. Even though it's $2,568, it's closer to $2,550. I still bump it right up to $2,600 because it's just the way I am. I feel that I've always left like a buffer in my checking account, which kind of I don't, because I end up paying the $2,600 anyway. It's a benefit either way. Round everything up, right? It's smart to do. Well, depends, but I think it's smart. Frank, you do the same thing? Round everything up, right? Right. 5 for $2 or $3 each. Right. 5 for $2.99. I mean, I said that wrong. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. 5 for $2.99. I'm telling you, my mind is gone. You're turning a Granite into an Outcast. Gonna miss the K4. 35 is really 50. What, in age? Yep. What, you don't get caught, right? You don't get caught off that way, right? Off guard that way, right? Yep. Oh man, I didn't realize you died. You're crying because you got lost. Right. What are we looking at? Hour and 44 minutes, maybe like another 15 minutes of the live stream, make it a 2-hour stream, and then that's it. Probably sounds pretty good. I do want to get my hands on one of those mini E-Revos just because. I know it's going to be way better, and I know it's going to cost an arm and a leg in the end, but sometimes you got to see for yourself. You got to see the quality for yourself. And I kind of want to see that. I know what these two little Hosims do, and I know that they're, nothing compared to Traxxas, but the experience of what this little RC does, it's pretty good. There's a video coming out tomorrow, It's already sitting on the computer. Actually, it's sitting on YouTube right now. It's scheduled tomorrow, I think. I did it for either 2 or 3 o'clock. What is Wednesday? I don't even know what Wednesday's schedule is. I mean, not Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? It's today Tuesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Gosh, I'm even off on my days. So I think tomorrow, maybe today was 3. Maybe tomorrow's set at 4. Tomorrow's video, I think, is set at 4 o'clock. And yes, it's another Hosim video. Do I fly quads? No. I mean, no. I've got a DJI drone that I used to do for work. That's not flying a quad. I mean, you can kind of fly it like that, but it's not really a quad. So do I fly like FPV and stuff like that? Nah. I don't think I've got the mental capacity for it. I'm more of a wrench guy or a hammer guy. I don't have I got good hand-eye coordination for other things. Just I tried the goggles and all that stuff. I don't know. I can't do it. Maybe if I got into it, I would like it, but all I know is these right here. See these? These ruin everything. I feel so blind right now. What was it now? 3.5 years ago? If you look at my videos from 3.5 years ago, you didn't see these. My eyes went to junk in like a year. Thank you to all the vets. You know it, man. Put FPV on the big road. Oh, you know who does FPV? So one of the he's probably not here anymore, but Venom actually does like everything FPV. Like all his rigs, all his ground vehicles are all FPV. Well, as far as I knew, all of his ground rigs were FPV. He was like our FPV guru. He knew like all the like little FPV things to get, and it was pretty cool. He was a bucket full of knowledge. Got your first camera drone a month or so. It's okay. RC trucks are more fun to me. Right. This is more talking. Yeah, I know. There's nothing to wrench on, guy. I'm playing with a stinking razor blade. That's real smart. There's not going to be any. We're ending the live stream in like 10 minutes anyway. There's nothing to wrench. You wonder if motion sickness is bad? RC Crazy Driver. What's going on, guy? MT410 is the next purchase. Nice. That's supposedly, I've heard Sergeant J is really likes the MT410. How's the soldering station coming? It's going to be on the website pretty soon. It's actually sitting right here. Look at it. It's got an upgrade. Soldering station's got an upgrade, man. This thing right here is going to be on the RC Guy Garage website pretty soon. It's only going to be one of them, $500. Yeah, I got an upgrade, man. Maybe I'm going to have to bump up the price. Dude, I'm tired. $499.99. No, $500 straight out the door. $499 and 9/10, right? That's at least. Whoa, dude! Garage Life $698. Sounds like this is an eBay auction here. Are you an auctioneer? And those auctioneers are nuts, man. I don't know how the heck they do that. What time? 9:30 where I am. But no tax, you know it. No tax on that bad boy. Tree fitty. I'll give you a satchel. A satchel with what? I'll give you a satchel with Burt Reynolds' supposed ashes. Talking about some barter in here. Put a track. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. Put a track. Oh, dude, that would be blasphemy. You can't put no Traxxas sticker on this thing. That would ruin it right away. You know what's funny is I actually have used this vise. So I got this vise. Obviously, I used it. And why didn't I use it today? Oh, that would have worked. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait a minute. Would that have worked? Oh, it would have worked. You have got to be kidding me. So that whole time I had the rcguygarage soldering station. I could have used the vise. Man, I'm telling you, out of sight, out of mind. I'm telling you, that would have worked mint. Yeah, this thing, this little vise is actually pretty cool. I put it on there for, I don't remember why. I don't remember why I stuck it on here. It was for something. I think maybe it was for, I don't know. Maybe it was for these. Because obviously this is set up for EC, IC, well, actually EC stuff. That would have worked. What an idiot. That would have worked mint. Got a soldering. I got a $500 soldering station. I don't even use it myself. Man, what a waste of money. $500. It's got razor slices on it and everything. Johnny, what's going on, guy? He reinstalls faith in your hopelessness, right? Yep. Hey, I used to be a pro solderer guy. I used to solder electronic boards. I used to be a pro. You lose a lot over the years. Venom, you are here, guy. I was just talking about you, Venom. A scout ranger on the go soldering station. It's funny. Plumbing soldering is easy. Yes, it is. Electronic soldering, not so much. Right. Especially, well, actually, I am using electrical solder now, but especially when you use plumbing soldering for electronics. Hey, come on. Tinning flux. At least I'm using the right stuff. A lot of times I'll grab like my plumber's box if I can't find this stuff. I've actually been really good lately. I've been trying to be good. Trying to keep everything like in its little case and whatever. I've got my bench. Well, you're seeing the good half. So you're seeing the good half right now that's pretty much organized. But then when you flip over this way is when you see the disaster. So the disaster is still there. It's always ever present over here at rcguygarage. The ever-present disaster. At one point, my garage was actually walkable. It's not, well, I mean, you can walk through it, but you're also at times going to trip on stuff. Talk to Red Cat and the kaiju is stuck in a container? Oh, no. Just out of curiosity. Got how many people in here right now? 35 people? Did anybody just yawn because I did? It's used. Yeah. No, it's a mess, man. What's crazy, right, is I have a tendency to know whereabouts I placed something. That's always been like my horrible way of organization. Everybody I've talked to absolutely hates it, but somehow in this messed up mind, I know whereabouts it is. And I sometimes feel like I don't have the time to bother with taking the hammer and setting it on the thing in its proper hammer spot. I mean, my toolbox, that's a different story. I do have things organized in my toolbox a little bit differently, but like, I don't know why. It's just the way I've always been, man. It's the way I grew up, I guess. My mother was a very clean person. Very minimal on like knick-knacky things. You know how like some people are into like knickknacks and stuff. My mother wasn't like that, so I didn't learn that from her. Her toolbox was always well organized, so maybe I got that from her. But man, everything else, like when you look at this, I basically know where stuff is, which is crazy. Like over here, I basically know stuff is here. I will say though, one thing that I have lost is this. Every once in a while, for some reason, I'll lose this. And what I've been doing, because I got two of these, one stays in the garage. This one has been staying right there where that lipo bag is. This one has been going there, but now because that lipo bag is there, now this is on the pile. My organization isn't for everybody, but it works for me, and I've been very effective with it. Now, on job sites, that's a different story. My guys would literally have to clean up every single day. There was no leaving anything. Well, shouldn't say that. If no one was going to be there, I did have a tendency to allow everything had to be unplugged, but I did have a tendency to allow, you know, if you've got all your stuff in one room, you know, leave it like that. Nobody's going to come in. Plus, it makes it harder for somebody to steal stuff. When everything's all nicely packed up, makes it nice and easy for somebody to come into the job site and very easily take up and, you know, remove all your packed up stuff that you packed up for them to steal. Somebody comes into one of my job sites from, you know, years back, they'd literally they did turn around and walk out and go, we ain't touching this place. This looks like death. Internet stinks, but you're here, right? You set up a table in your wife's office. She's not too happy. She was on Zoom meetings, and another attorneys she works with asked about all the ICs they saw. Hey, you know what, Frank? What you should be saying is, honey, I just want to spend more time with you. That's why I set up my room in your space. I want to spend more time with you. And that hopefully that is the reason why. What method do you use to reinforce your RC bodies? I use nothing. I don't reinforce any. Well, sorry, I lied. Boy, I'm on a roll today. There you go. Gorilla tape. I don't do the whole shoe goo and all that stuff because honestly, I don't know. I just eat the cost. If I've got to get another body, I'll just eat it. You know what I mean? It's just like, to me, it's a, RC bodies to me are like a disposable item. You throw your roof guards on there and do all your shoe goo and tape and all. Nah, that's not me. I just eat the cost for another body. Like I said, I'm not the best person to ask questions because you won't get like the good answers that you'll get from, you know, other people. You'll just get my literal, I just eat the cost. Tell the wife to just put on the cat filter for him. Oh my God. Is that Steve-O? Steve-O 3000? So, except the body panels. Yeah. I guess, man. You still paint 2 to 3 C10 bodies a month. Yep. Well, you know what's funny? It is funny that you're talking about that right now because my SBR 2, I don't know how much the body for that is, but honestly, that body was a piece of junk. I mean, the stickers were junk, which I took all the stickers off day one and totally re-stickered the whole body. But that body is so weak. I am the kind of person that probably would do the Gorilla Tape after the fact. Find all the little weak areas and then just, everything's Frankenstein. I think we're past our time here. Didn't I say I was going to end it at 2 hours? It's like 2 hours and 2 minutes. Shugu the Big Rock. Now the scratches from back. Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah, because it was an outside paint job, right? Christian, what's going on, guy? What are you talking about, Steve O.D.? Steve O? No, he didn't. What are you talking about? You're lying. You're talking about Steve-O? Steve-O, Steve-O? He's dead? What? Alexa, is Steve-O dead?
Steve-O is still alive. He is 47 years old.
Come on, Riff Raff, stop spreading the lies.
I couldn't find Stop Spreading the Lies by Riff Raff, but here is other music by Riff Raff.
No, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Hey, Riff Raff, I didn't know you had music out. Are you kidding me? There's actually somebody that's a music thing that's called Riff Raff. How to Be the Man, featuring Slim Thug and Paul Wall. Riff Raff. Riff Raff, I didn't realize you were on there, guy. Oh, I don't know who the RC Steve-O thing was. Yeah, I was talking about Steve-O, like the only Steve-O that I know. Yeah, cancer is never a good thing, man. I'm telling you. That's definitely no good. I didn't even know, but that's funny though, Riff Raff. Huh? How to Be a Man, featuring Slim Thug and Paul Wall, featuring Riff Raff. I don't think that's your kind of music, guy. I've seen you rocking out. Never heard of Riff Raff. He's a tramp. Guy, you just confused the crap. Don't you love it? Yep. There was one time, you know all those times that you wish you could have filmed something? There was a, I contacted the Home Depot because I needed to get another compressor the other day. And I wanted to make sure, because when I checked online, it actually said to call in to make sure that it was actually available. And then when I refreshed the page, it said that there was 0 available. So I was like, all right, well, what the heck's going on? I called Home Depot, and I was on the phone with Home Depot, I kid you not, between 30 and 40 minutes just trying to get a visual on a product, because their computer said to them that there were 16 of these compressors in stock. And I'm like, man, that's an awful lot. And she's like, yeah, that is, but maybe because of the holiday, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but still a lot for a compressor for Home Depot. And it took literally 30 to 40 minutes between pass off phone calls, like pass off on hold calls. I talked to 6 different people. A manager picked up and passed off the call, couldn't be bothered with it. And I was just like, man, I felt like when I went to that store, I was going to lose my mind. But the last person that I got, well, actually the first person that I got that I talked to 3 times, and the last person that I finally got were awesome. And what's funny is when I went to customer service to pick up the compressor, because they actually pulled it off the shelf for me. When I went and talked to the person at customer service, I just thanked them, and they were like, I don't know, maybe they're not used to like people thanking them. I just said, yeah, thank you guys. You guys, I appreciated the fact that they took the time to take the extra step. You know what I mean? When a walking store manager couldn't have been bothered. And that was just like, man, this world's going down. Like going, what is it? Going out of, I don't know. Going to hell in a handbasket? I think that's what it's called. Going to hell in a handbasket. Something like that. B&T, what's going on, guy? Lowe's always says they have stock. Go to the store and no one can find it, right? Yep. What is my favorite RC? Okay, so Steve-O, when you ask what is my favorite RC, break it down for me. So say like, what's your favorite 1/10? What's your favorite? Well, you can't even do that. Dude, I got a bunch of favorites. Obviously, Trash Bag is my favorite. No. Probably as of right now, because I haven't driven the Slash 4x4 enough. And this is probably going back because of, being a younger individual and having an open wheel buggy. My favorite RC, probably like 1/10 scale open wheel as of right now, is the DB Pro, hands down. That thing is just awesome. The Laser Nut I thought was going to be just a better DB Pro, and it's not, because it's a DB Pro stretched and heightened. They didn't change enough to where it made the Laser Nut stout. I definitely like the Senton for a lesser expensive 3S, like 1/10 scale. The Senton's pretty good. The Big Rock is great. Let's see, I got 3 Mad Vans lined up. I got the Granite on top there. It's actually really hard. It's really hard to answer that question, because I actually like kind of all of them. This one kind of is a dog. That's a dog. It's cool looking, but it's a dog. For me, it's hard to answer. It's kind of like, asking me, what do I like better, Ford, Chevy, or Dodge? And I don't. I just like them all. There's reasons why I like all the brands. So it's really hard to answer. But as of right now, the DB Pro is just a really, well thought out for that style of driving, a very well thought out vehicle. It handles great. It's a vehicle that I've said in the past that will point blank make you think that you're a way better driver than you really are. So I guess the short of it, DB Pro. But I like them all. They're all great. Even Trash Bag. Even Trash Bag is supposed to be good. And I'm sure I'll like it once I learn how to drive it. Which I didn't think I was going to have to learn how to drive a Traxxas X-Max. But apparently I have to. Yeah, dude. Garage life. Perfect. If I could pin your thing right there, I would. You just said it so perfect. Asking your favorite RC is like asking who is your favorite kid. Yep. Yep, Me or Death, right. Super good buggy. Have I ran the Granite yet? No, because of the stupid remote. I lost steam. Once I realized that remote was missing the stinking spring, I just lost steam. I even pulled out the remote. I pulled out, well, it's not out now, but I pulled out the DX5 thing, that orange thing, the orange remote, so I could bind it to that. So I did pull out the remote. I made that effort, but I just didn't bind it yet. I do want to take that thing for a rip, though. I thought that'd be a great little skate park video. Skate park truck video, something. Did I just say that right or wrong? I don't even know. You love your Granite. You know who else likes the Granite? He's not saying anything right now because he probably just popped in and popped out. Right there, Boz and Tone. Boz and Tone really likes his Granite. Or so I've heard. You have to fix it, right? Skate park. You know it, guy. But garage life, I definitely like how you said that. Asking what your favorite RC is like asking who's your favorite kid. Dude, that's awesome. The only car, dude, I got the 6 scale EXB Kraton in a box. I haven't even opened it. I haven't broke the tape. I haven't done nothing. What else do I've got my drag cars in boxes. Haven't even opened them. Haven't even looked at them. I got the 69 Camaro that's in a box that haven't even, the other one, the Phaser one. But that thing I bought just for it to sit in the box, I guess. Man, that's so stupid. How have I become that guy? How have I literally become that guy? I bought something just for it to sit in a box, to never open it or run it. Why? If you look at my bathroom, one of these days I should do like a tour of my, well, not a tour, but my bathroom upstairs. It's black. It's a black and orange bathroom. Hugger orange. If you know what Hugger orange is the reason why. It's a black and orange bathroom, and it's loaded with Camaros, all first generation. No box guys open right. Oh, right. Well, because you're a smart guy. That's why. Uh-oh. My son's sending me photos. What am I looking at? First coat. Sorry, I'm looking at photos that my son sent me. He bought a house. And it's been it's a work in progress or process. Awesome. Oops. I'm writing on the screen. All right, now how do I get back to the left? There we go. Hemi orange for the win. Yep. Just sign the box and sell. You know what's funny? is there's one RC up there, and I think it kills people. I bought the RC with the intent of actually doing an unboxing and actually using it. But then I realized that I wasn't that kind of person. So I bought that, like, it was the pre-order. Like, I bought it the day that it came out. The Red Cat Gen 8. And when I finally did the unboxing, I did the unboxing just to steal the remote and the receiver out of it. And the thing has just sat there ever since. I don't even know where the I actually don't even know where the receiver is right now. It's in something. I just don't know what it's in. I would actually have to watch my own videos to figure out what RC I put that thing in. You know who might know? I bet Riff Raff would know what RC I put that in. I bet Riff Raff would know. Because Riff Raff was the one that finally got me to open the box because he was saying how good the GT5 is. And I just thought it was funny. I did an unboxing just to steal the remote and receiver out of the truck. Never even put a battery through it. You said Red Rocks before, but you meant Red Cat for the shocks? Right. Yeah, actually, I have a brand new set of Kaiju shocks that were gonna be for the Big Rock, but it's a little bit overkill. You think it was the Rally Project? I'm looking at it right now. I don't think that's what it is. This is the Rally car right here. Is that the GT5 thing? Nah. Right? See, that ain't it. This is the Rally. This is the Rally car right here. So this is that Rally thing. This has got the this has got this radio in it. Where is it? Oh, it's on my bench. That's actually got the RG6 or something. Whatever the heck that radio is. The GT5 is Fly Sky, right? I think the GT5 is the Fly Sky radio. Guy, just sign the box and sell it as a collector. I think I read that already. All right. Well, like ERC said, there's more talk than wrenching going on. So I think I should just end this live. We're talking 2 hours and almost 20 minutes. It's got to be just boring for you guys because I'm not like doing anything. I mean, we are talking and stuff, but Fly Sky, why did you retract your message? Because Fly Sky is the thing, right? It's cool just hanging out. I mean, it is, but my butt's killing me from just sitting there. I'm not. Like I said, I hate sitting around, man. It's tough. See, if I had something to work on, then I could stand up and work on stuff. I mean, I got the, like I said, I got the slash I've got to work on. I actually want to take off all the tires and wheels and break down the whatever it is on that Vortex that I ran, twice? Did I just go twice? Twice? So that Vortex I ran, twice, I think? I put one battery pack into it, was unimpressed because it kept shutting down. And then I put another battery pack in it when I took it to Diamond Dust and lost a wheel. Yeah, I don't know, man. That thing just did not impress me. I thought it was going to be way better than it was. But apparently it needs to run on like an 80C or a 100C pack in order not to shut down. because of the smart system. No such thing as boring. Okay, so the GT5 is fly. So Mitchell, you retracted your message, but you were right. Dude, I really, it's funny. I don't remember what I put it in. It might. That's not the Hobao. Dude, isn't that messed up? I actually don't remember what vehicle I put that Fly Sky radio in. You know what? If I don't even know where it is. If I power it on, is it going to tell me? That might be it. If I power that thing on, that might tell me what I put that on. So I got to go find it. GT5 right here. Does not have any batteries in it. So I don't know how that's going to work. So that might actually, I wonder if I put it in the Mojave. So if I throw some batteries in this thing, can I hook up? No, I can't hook that up. So if I throw some batteries in this thing, that's going to tell me. That's going to tell me all these batteries, this whole stack of batteries. Those are all good. No, because the programming is in this to know what I put it in. So does anybody want to guess right now what I put it in? Out of the 100 RCs that I've got, what is this going to tell me? The channels don't work. Let's see. Model 1. No. I don't even forget how to use this thing. Oh, crap. That says Gen 8. Oops. What am I doing? Riffraff, help me on this thing. How do I do this? What the heck is GTA 5? No. Wait, did I say GTA 5? See, that's my dyslexia. A lot of people don't know that. I have mild dyslexia. I just said GTA 5. It says GT5A. All right, so apparently I have no clue. I don't even know what it's in. Model 1 says Gen 8. It's like it reverted back or something. I forget how to use this thing. See, Riffraff helped me with this before. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess maybe it's just been out of... I thought I programmed this. Nope. Dang. Maybe it's been too long. I actually don't even know. I actually don't remember what I put this thing in. crap. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something's coming to mind. I wonder if I put it in this. Nope. That's about crap. Ah, that stinks, man. I don't know where it is. That's such a bad thing, man. Not even having the memory. No, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be in the Limitless because that would be my my other thing there, the RG7 whatever. Oh crap! I'm never gonna find it. What the heck would I have put it in? For some reason, I keep thinking Mojave, but I think that's in my other thing. So this thing right here, this should say Mojave. So horrible. You see what that says right there? That's the most horriblest vehicle I ever bought. Anybody see what that says? What does that say right there? That is the most horriblest vehicle I ever bought. Man, that thing was such a piece of garbage. EPX truck. You might be right. I'm pretty sure in my Kraton build. You can't end the live. I got to figure it out. Right. So I forget how to do this thing. Wow, I forget. Man, you know, it's funny, man. Because you just don't do stuff. All right, so this is Kronos and Mojave. VT, my rally. So this has got my rally, the VT, the Mojave, and the Kronos. That's all that's in this. How many does this go up to? 10? Yeah, so this only does 10. So this is the rally, VT, Mojave, and Kronos. Kronos was such a disaster. See, the only thing I don't like about this radio is this thing feels cheap. That's why I don't like it. Where honestly, holding the GT5, like the difference between these two radios, this one seems clunky, where this one seems refined. Do you know what I mean? Like even the way it feels in the hand, it's like it's weighted. And not because of the batteries. I just feel like it's weighted very well. Yeah. And that's probably why Riff likes this. On the next episode of Searching, right? There used to be a oh, wait a minute, guy. Wait a minute. Frank, you know what it reminded me of? Does anybody remember the show called In Search Of? Whoop, where'd it go? There used to be a show called In Search Of. And I think that was, wasn't that Leonard Nimoy or something like that? Alexa, the show In Search Of.
Here you go.
Who did In Search Of? Nah.
In Search Of is sung by N.E.R.D.
Oh, God, that's not what I wanted. Alexa, what is the show In Search Of?
Here are some results.
It's not 2018. There used to be a show I thought called In Search Of. And I thought it was Leonard Nimoy. Nah, Alexa, go home. Oh, wait a minute. Sound mind. So you're saying it was with Leonard Nimoy? Right, exactly. And that's why I got this radio, because when I was starting to do speed run stuff, I had that problem with the Arrma radio when it cut out and my Felony crashed. And couldn't determine whether if it was ESC cut or if it was radio range or whatever the heck it was. So Earl said to go ahead and just grab one of these, because, and it's funny, is he told me to grab it and then he forgot that he told me to grab it. He was like, I told you to buy that? I'm like, yeah, guy. I'm like, you're the one that told me to buy that. But yeah, this the GT5 definitely feels like a better, more solid radio. I do like the little scroll wheel. Seems to make sense. The buttons like are, inset. It's not like the clunk. It just feels like this thing is just gonna fall up. This feels like this. Feels like this thing. You know what I mean? It just feels like it. Clunky buttons. But, I mean, my range is actually messed up because my antenna ended up breaking off. I lost the antenna cover, and then the little antenna piece broke off. Whatever. Your life chat is so far ahead of the video. You love the feel of light. Yeah. Oh, customizable grip, right. I forgot about that. On the next episode of In Search Of, Guy tries to find his FlySky GT5 radio or receiver. I should do that. Take out like all the... I really don't know what it's in. It's not making sense. It's actually not making sense. I have no idea what the heck it could be in. You know what I think it could be in, which I can't get it right now? I mean, I could get it, but it's kind of a pain in the neck to get to. My Hobao, that caged buggy that I have, it actually could be in that. I actually think that's where it might be. I don't think I put an RG6 thing in there, or a 7, whatever the heck it is. It could be in that, but I can't get it right now. It's too much of a pain. It's too late. Well, it's not too late, but I don't want to disturb the dogs and my wife. My wife is already asleep. YouTube starts to lag after 30 minutes of watching. You're about 1 full minute behind. Keep posting it. You know what's funny is you're absolutely right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, for me, it's still the 3 seconds. Blue Knight. Right. If I find it, I will definitely stop searching for it. I have a feeling it's in that Hobao thing there, the caged buggy that I got. Man, that thing is awesome. Once I figured out it had the links, so those, and it's because it, sometimes don't you just want to talk about something? So something that I've noticed that a lot of people, myself included, do is that you complain about the fact that an RC can't do something. So you try to find upgrades to make it do something that it's not designed for. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that's why there's so many RCs out there, is because when an RC is, or when a company is designing an RC, I think they're being focused like this, like on blinders on a horse. They're being focused on, what that RC is designed and being made to do. We, the people, are the one that, take like a mad van and try to turn it into a Kraton, or you know what I mean? When a mad van's not a Kraton by any sense of the measure, but it's we, the people, that are always pushing those boundaries, which those companies love. And that's why they specifically design their vehicles the way they do. Like my DB Pro, from I think day 1 or day 2, that thing got its 2S battery ripped right out of it, and I threw 3S into it. What I did not change was I did not change the pinion. So the pinion that was in it, while it was 2S, I believe it was the faster speed pinion, if I remember right. And you were supposed to, if you went on 3S, you were supposed to change it to the smaller pinion. And that's from memory. Never changed mine. The reason why they wanted you to do that is because of the increased 3S power that the DB Pro was pumping out to that motor and its drivetrain. The tires literally ripped off the rims because it was powerful enough to do that. You know what I mean? So we, the people, are always taking those vehicles and we're like questioning the manufacturers, like, well, why aren't you making it stronger? I should be able to take my mad van and, launch it off of a 5th scale ramp and it should be fine. And it's like, no. Yeah, I'm guilty of that same thing. Why was I even talking about that? I don't even remember. Oh, that Hobao. So that Hobao is a track vehicle. I think it's the SST or the SS Buggy. I think mine's just called the SS Buggy. I think the SST is an SS Truggy. So I think. But once I kind of semi-Kratonized it, which is kind of what I did, or actually kind of outcasted it, that's probably more of what I did. That thing, you got to have a fan on that motor. But that thing has so much crazy air control that, I could get that thing to rock several times, or I could have it doing a nosedive, and in the air, as it's doing a nosedive, I could have it do a backflip. Like, that thing, that little, well, it's not little, but that thing is nuts. The air control is crazy on that. The speed on that's crazy, but the motor needs a fan. It needs a game changer fan. You're not RCing unless you break stuff right. Exactly. Have you seen? I have seen them, but I think because they're Australian, they're not over here. So I haven't Because, yeah, I actually have. Lindsay, if you're talking to me, I can't tell if you're talking to me, but yes. Yeah, Hobao definitely has some good stuff, man. Their new vehicle should be coming here this month. So the new VS2 is going to be here. I could probably ask them right now, but I'm on my phone. I am guessing as long as the container ship has been allowed to come into port, that thing should be here, and I'm guessing 2 weeks, maybe a week. Trying to make buggies into dragsters. Yes. Yes. Yes, it ripped really hard at Diamond Dust. Talk to text is failing you tonight? Dude, talk to text, because I'm Bostonian, fails me all the time. So obviously right now when I'm talking, I believe less of that Bostonian is coming out, but when you're on a go kind of thing, that would probably a little Bostonian just came out then. But when you're on a go, like the Bostonian like flies out, and that thing right there, the A word, that device there, that and Google just have no idea what the heck is going on. Man, guys are pushing me to you pushed me to almost another hour. Holy smokes. How'd you guys do that? Let the Bostonian fly. Everybody loves the Boston accent. Nah, what's funny is that even though our mayor died sadly, or not the mayor, Mayor Menino, man, I'm telling you, when he would talk, it was just like, man, this guy's our mayor. You know what I mean? It was just like, and he talks like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like sometimes Bostonian, the way of the Bostonian accent sometimes is looked at as you are less intelligent when you speak, I guess, because of the way words are kind of like all mashed together or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it's looked at that way, and I can say that with a positiveness, because obviously there's been comments, on YouTube that have come at me, bro. There's comments that have come at me because of my sometimes Bostonian accent comes out, and people make their comments, and it's just like, whatever. Just change the channel. Sorry, guy. Didn't mean to offend. It really did. Oh, yes. You should make a video when you make your jumps. I actually thought about that. If you're talking to me, Mir, I thought about that. Right. He parked his car at Harvard Yard. Your phone is about to die? ERC, that's okay. Your phone probably needs a break from this guy here. ERC, good having you, man. We'll see you later. I wonder where Speed Psycho is. Try being Aussie. You fight with Siri all the time. Yep. That's crazy. You love the New England accent. You love to laugh at it. Can't get rid of this cough, man. It must be long COVID. All right. Well, I think that's good. My eyes are starting to fuzz up here. Jeremy, guy, you're walking in just as I'm closing up shop. What's going on with you, man? All right. Well, we got 32 people here. We got 59 thumbs up, so that's pretty insane. We got $5 in super chat. That's stinking awesome. Definitely appreciate that. Parked the car at the hospital for the heart attack, right? Yeah, Mia. It's like I said, sometimes it's weird. I forget how enjoyable the live streams can be. Because like I said, and like I've said in the past before, it's like, when you do the live streams, depending upon how many people show up, it's cool because it's people that are usually, part of like this group and we're all just buds here and kind of have a similar kind of commonality. We don't always talk about RC stuff, especially when it's on the shop talk and not wrench aspect. We talk about barbecuing, we talk about all kinds of stuff. So today, what do we work on today? Very simple little foolishness where when I originally soldered this thing, I know I did it wrong. I should have left the wires on there, but my thinking got way ahead of me. And I ended up, well, I hope that's not touching. Boy, wouldn't that be tar? I'm going to have to do a continuity test on that. Make sure that's not touching. Because that's a lipo fire right there. If you see that. Is that focusing? Why doesn't it focus, man? Come on. Focus on that. There we go. Those look like they're touching. Could eventually rub together. And that's a lipo fire. Stay tuned. Stay tuned because we might have a lipo fire with rcguygarage using this custom adapter. So basically what I've been trying to bring out is because, not everybody's got the money to buy those more expensive big box branded name brand RCs. And this little car right here, this is a Hosim. I just wish they would talk to somebody about how they name stuff. It's a real stupid name. The Hosim Power. I don't know. It's kind of weird how these companies, everything is like a serial number or whatever, or some stupid name. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Our companies or the companies that are, Granite, Mad Van, the Slash, Kraton, Outcast. You know what I mean? It's it feels like those are names, not Power and Truck. You know what I mean? It's come on, guys, do better with naming your products. But what I'm saying is that, so ERC, I think ERC was actually the one. He was basically saying, stop wasting your time on, pain in the neck little vehicles like this. And I get what he's saying. I do get it. But what he needs to just back up a little bit and just realize that not everybody's got the millions that ERC has, where ERC can just go out and buy whatever he wants on a whim because he's, loaded. People like me and peasants and stuff like that. ERC's not here anymore, so I could talk that way. And people like Earl Moorhead that buy 2 of every color. But, people don't always have that money. And, buying something like this, it can still give you smiles for miles. But like I talked about some of the lower priced Arrmas, it's at what cost? Because normally when you buy the Traxxas, like when you buy an E-Revo, the E-Revo is $310. $310 set up with a nickel metal hydride battery, not even a lipo battery, which seems kind of foolish that they do that, but maybe because it's such a small RC, they're not wanting it to go too fast until that younger crowd or whatever generation learns how to drive the RC. But, you know, the little Hosim, like this thing right here, I've shown this thing like 5 times now. The little Hosim is wholesome. The little Hosim is a fun little car. Is it probably going to wear out? And are you going to possibly come across, you know, some issues like having to buy a whole servo because the servo saver was too tight when it crashed? Yeah, so you're going to come across some of those issues. So even like something like this, you know, you're able to still be able to get out there and have a little bit of fun if you don't have the coin for those more expensive, larger RCs right off the bat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember, you know, as a kid, liking everything. And then when you would get everything or anything, you'd get bored of some things pretty quick. And I'm not saying that I had everything when I was a kid, because I didn't. We were definitely one of the, you know, I was a poor kid. So, you know, I was a, you know, single kid / single parent kid. So, you know, everything that my mother did for me was basically everything that she could do. And I was happy. Give me a Matchbox car and I was happy. Now, my kids, what's crazy is the same thing about my kids was I taught my kids those same values of understanding money and that things are expensive and you got to work hard to get what you want. My kid just bought a house last month. He's only 25. Bought a house. He beat me by a year. That's awesome. But these little Hosim cars or these little cars, if someone was going to buy it, the reason why I'm kind of keying in on this, because that time of season is coming when people do the gift giving, this car might be something that, because I did a video, I'm showing you or them, showing them that this actually is an okay car. It's not perfect. No car is perfect. Look at the whole Arrma 3S line. Nothing's perfect. We know the things that are wearing out or breaking. We're trying to upgrade. But, you know, the buy-in on that is $370 versus $170 to get out there and have a blast. And I actually did have fun with this thing. When you hear me laughing, I'm smiling. I'm laughing. I'm having fun ripping an inexpensive little RC, because guess what? It's an RC. And isn't that the whole thing? It's that smiles for miles or smiles for quarter miles or whatever you want to call it. I call these smiles for quarter miles. These aren't smiles for miles cars. These are smiles for quarter miles, meaning the time had is less. You know what I mean? But, you know, if you're not pumping... All right. So if you're using the battery that it came with... excuse me. If you're using the battery that it came with, it's a 1,000 milliamp pack 2S. It's going to last, not forever, but it's going to last. I went ahead and threw in probably a battery that weighs 5 times as much or 4 times as much with a third more power. So 3S, maybe it's a little bit more power than that, because this is a 25C versus 100C. And granted, for me, did it wake this up? Yes, it did, but it also caused an issue. So, and the issue isn't that bad. It was my bad driving that caused this thing to have a problem. So, yeah, it's not wasting time when you're kind of like helping somebody else. Because like what you guys don't know is I have other videos out there that are car related. And I got a comment, it was either yesterday or today, that I shared with Earl. And it was basically just one of those things where I put a video out there just showing how to take off a rocker panel off of a Camry. And I have had a bunch of people just thank me for the fact that I put that video out there. I did a door panel removal on a the heck was it called? Some kind of minivan. Some Hyundai minivan. It was a Hyundai? I forget what minivan it was, but you know, I love getting comments from those people, helping those people out, because something that is very simple to me that I can do with my eyes closed, other people had no idea where to start. So if some parent or whatever is looking at this RC car, I mean, even for you guys, I mean, it threw a smile on my face to run this thing. And what it did is it made me, you can thank Traxxas, it made me actually want to buy one of those little mini E-Revos. And why do I like the smaller RCs? Because they're small. Because I call them the grab and goes. They're so easy to manage. Are the large scale RCs fun? Oh, yeah. But the price of breakage is also large scale. You know, I mean, God, you crash a Losi, it's all over. Yeah, and you might as well just throw the thing away, because the amount of money that you're going to pump into that thing to fix it is like nuts. I think Earl spent 250. No, that was just on links, I think. I think it was just on links. He had to buy like some whole link kit or something, or something like that. Whatever it was, he had to buy all of it. And it was just like, man, that's what Losi really gets you right there. But you also know why. You know why Losi is doing that, because I'm just rambling. You guys already know everything anyway. So the reason why I'm keying in on the Hosim is because it's a less expensive car and it's fun. It can throw a smile on your face. If you enjoy doing RC stuff and you only have a couple bucks to spend, there you go. The thing has metal gears. We're not talking premium quality, but for the small scale, the metal gears that I have are fine. Did I break the screws trying to open up the diff? Yeah, because I didn't use fire, and I probably should have. So, anyways, thank you everybody for coming to this Shop Talk and Wrench soldering. We actually did wrench, kinda. I did fix my poor soldering job that I did for the little adapter for this 3S pack to throw it in the Hosim. And like I said, it's a fun little RC. I just jump into the chat real quick. So we've got RC Ritter, we've got Riff Raff, Fred's Toy Chest, Ghost Rider. What's going on, guy? The GT5 said EXB1. You changed it to Gen 8. So you think my GT5? So you think my GT thing is in the EXB? You might be right, but I don't know where it is. You actually might be right. I'll have to check that. You actually might be right on that. I was thinking it was in the Hobao, but I can't see that. And I'm saying it's over there. It's actually way up there. Yeah, I'll have to check that. If that's what you're saying, that might be where it is. All right, we've got Soundmind TV. Earl Moorhead, Jeremy. We got I think that's it. Ryan Freeman. See, I like that comment right there. Ryan Freeman. Here it is right there. If I could post your thing right there. Actually, Ryan Freeman, I'm going to use your comment in a video. I'm going to actually use your comment in my next video. Well, not the next video, but the next video after the next video. See, a comment like that is great because what did he say? He said, my 10-year-old son has the Hosim Racer, green body with brushless motor. He's had it for almost a year and it's still going strong. And see, that's kind of the point. So a parent bought his kid to get him into RC or to keep him busy, got him an RC that you can actually work on. You can, if something happens to it, you can pull it apart. You can actually get the parts for it. You can fix it, provided the shipping container doesn't like fall off into the ocean with the parts coming to the US. But Ryan Freeman's thing right there, comment, is exactly what I'm talking about. So that little Hosim car is going strong after a year. Now, you would assume with a 10-year-old kid that he's being rough with it. Even though it's probably on 2S, he's probably being rough with it. You know, I mean, when you're that age, you don't know, you don't have boundaries. You just full trigger everything everywhere. You know what I mean? So I like that comment right there. That's perfect. Trash Max, not perfect. Right. All right. I think I basically caught up with everybody. Sentence never die. Right. You have 3 kids and looking for a 1/14 monster sand truck. Right. This is about perfect. What, the little Hosim thing? He's definitely rough with it. Right. So Ryan, you're still here. Yeah, the sentence does die. I mean, I killed my sentence after what? How many battery packs did I put through that? 5 or 6? Or should I say a tree killed my sentence? Full trigger man, but that sentence actually is a pretty, just like the Big Rock. Pretty resilient little vehicle right there. So you guys are just holding me here, aren't you? I said I was going to end it. I'm already on 3 hours. I said I was going to end it after 2 hours. Then we dragged it out for, I was like, oh yeah, another 10 minutes. We're literally another 40 or 50 minutes later. I don't know how you guys do this, or is it just me? I just like to talk to myself here. Senton needs a servo toggle switch. You know, toggle throttle, man. Great live. Thank you, Frank. Ah, see, Frank is allowing me to go. Dave Barker, you got your grandkids the FTX Comet, but don't know if they're available in America. Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't heard of that. Seen the team associated rival, yes. You call your brother toggle switch? That's awesome. That's funny. All right. So I am going to end this live. Everybody, thank you for coming to the show. Like I said, I always forget how enjoyable the lives actually are. It's not that I don't enjoy doing them. That's not it. It's just, you know, you get tired. My butt's killing me by sitting on this chair for this long. Maybe I should get a more comfortable chair. That would probably be a bad thing. I did a 7-hour live one time. Did anybody remember that? Does anybody in chat, was anybody part of that 7-hour live that I did? That was 7 hours. I think it was actually 7+ hours. That was nuts. RC Raider, we'll see you later, man. Yep. Everybody, take care of yourselves out there. Holiday season is coming up. Just remember to be that extra kind, even if, let's say, the other person isn't, because you don't always understand or know what another individual is potentially going through. Somebody could have just lost their job. Somebody could have lost their dog, could have lost their parents, could have lost their kids, could be going through some serious stuff themselves. So it's always better to just be, and it shouldn't be just this time of year. It should be all the time, man. Don't be afraid to, if you see somebody trying to pull out in traffic and they're not being an idiot, if you see somebody trying to pull out in traffic, let them go. Let them come out. Let them stop sitting there for that 3 minutes that they had to wait. Being kind is always the better route to go. Even if you're an angry person by nature, be kind every once in a while. It'll be good for you. It's that heart healthy. It's that heart healthy thing. So, all right, I'm out of here. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna end the stream. Thank you guys for coming. We will do more of these. I forget how to end this. We will do more of these. I actually have been thinking about doing a COVID and coffee. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me, but I suspect I might do a COVID and coffee this Friday. Excuse me. Tomorrow's going to be a rough day. So who knows? Maybe I'll be too tired. I don't know. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I'm out. And like I was saying, just get out and rip it, right? Because, I mean, is what you should do.